Hello. All right, mic's working. Perfect. Um, yeah, so I'm alive again. Yesterday's stream was a bit short, like 26 minutes maybe. Not that long. But I still have that is dilemma the word? I think dilemma is the word. I still don't know what to do Thursday. I haven't pre-ordered Xenoblade X yet. Um, I do plan to. Hopefully, I will be able to pre-order it tomorrow. It's not a guarantee. It's very unlikely that I do, but I'm gonna try. If I'm not able to, Thursday's stream will be the new Intervalo Olympus, which will be interesting. I don't know where the story's going. I saw that we're getting what I believe to be an off branch, like a hardcore branch that has a very unique identity. It's very interesting what they're going for. That's bright. I think I'm gonna grab a different image for the alternate background. I don't have a lot of images saved from Minecraft. Alright. Like red, but red shield might be a little too quiet for this. Woo. Let's go for something a bit calmer. Let's see, what do we have in this playlist again? Oh yeah, I absolutely nuked the playlist with Ultra Kill music, which I don't think is a bad thing. I like the music in Ultra Kill. It's definitely not for everyone. It's also the only breakcore I probably will ever listen to. I don't like breakcore. It's not my thing, but Ultra Kill does it in a way that's completely different from what I'm used to. You know what, why not Requiem? See, I have a lot of pictures I could use for the background, but some of them that I do want to use will dox me. Because some of them have my um neighbor's house in them. They're so pretty. It's it doesn't snow here very often. It snows here like maybe once every couple years. And when it does snow, it snows. Gotta love that Texas weather. Either tornadoes, snow, or a sunny day. Uh, but man, I love the snow. I know people up north probably hate snow. At least I've heard people complain about snow. And it sucks down here too, because it cuts power from everything, because it doesn't get cold down here like that, ever. I want more snow now. Dang it, I need to stop doing this to myself where I talk about snow and other rare occurrences here. It makes me want it. But it's like the middle of spring right now. It's also tornado season. I have this picture. I don't know how it translates to. Oh, it's not bad. Okay. Let me resize it to where it looks better. I can hide the all-terrain vehicle behind me, right? That way I could zoom in a bit more. There we go. Now we got a second stream background. I like this one. This one also kind of fits the vibe I'm going for. I'll probably get some moving element and make this a media source instead of a static image, but it's very pretty, this background. It's from... dang, what's it called? I want to say it's Space Engineers, but I think I'm wrong. It's Astroneer. This is one of the skyboxes in Astroneer. There's some lore behind this image. It's pretty funny. At least to me. Okay. I thought this was my regular playlist. I was like, oh... I don't know if I'm ready to just have my music taste out there like that. Um... No, this background... This picture, I was playing Astroneer with my friends. Like I do, I play every game with my friends. And I found a bug that launches the main vehicle. I don't remember what it's called. We just called it a car. But it launches it far. We also found one that launches a ball super far. But I was driving the car and I just absolutely launched the car into the stratosphere with me. I couldn't see the planet anymore. I had launched myself that far. The vehicle was gone. Once I died, the vehicle just never came back down. So I lost the vehicle in space. And it was one of the most funny things that happened to me. Oh, this was back when I only had one monitor. So this is like 2020. This is years ago. This image is old. Actually, I can check. Let me check all this images. It has to be 2020 or 2021. Actually, it might be 2022. Played it with my friend that I didn't meet till senior year of high school. Alright, where is it? How old? Okay, come on, PC. It's not that hard to look at it. 2023? Ain't no way this is from 2023. It is. No, wait, that's the day I downloaded all these images. Oh, no, no, it is 2023. Dang. January 25th, 2023. So it's only 2 years ago, but like, dang. It was so long. That feels like it was so much longer. Is this what it feels like to be 20? I haven't had one of these experiences yet. I turned 22 this year. I'm old. I'm getting old. Yeah, I forgot I have some of the I want to say this is concept art for Limbus Company in my downloads. I love the art in Limbus Company. I forget how many. I take a lot of screenshots in games. I know no one has access to my Steam profile, and I also don't post any of the screenshots I take on Steam. But I have, I probably have more pictures saved on Steam than I do on my phone, and I have thousands of photos on my phone. It is insane how many images I save and how many pictures I take. I think it I think I take a ton of pictures because of my back in middle school I was obsessed with photography. At least I was obsessed with photography until I learned of the existence of graphic design as a career option. And I just took photos. This is like back in 2016, 2017, so, years ago. Oh, it's it's almost been a decade since I was in middle school. Dang it. I hate this. I hate feeling old. I'm not old, but I feel old. But yeah, I still am not the best at graphic design, as these streams and my stream assets will very much show. Um, I'm not even that good at photography, really. At least I don't think I am. Like this room has a lot to look at. Like if you just don't look at the top left, if you take out the top left, this is a very good room. But that top left is super empty on this screen. I was gonna put something there. I couldn't figure out what I was gonna put there. I mean, I did figure out, but I'm actually gonna stylize that a bit more, probably. If I'm gonna make a BRB graphic tonight. You know what? That seems like a good idea. I'll make a back asset that I can just throw there. It doesn't look like bolded Arial with an outline. I don't know if I want to draw it or if I just want to alter some text. Like, I don't. Have I talked about how I did my logo or my text logo graphic? It definitely is like the most generic VTuber PNG tuber graphic out there. But I worked a fair bit on it. Like here, I don't know how big I can grow it. That is not the graphic. What is that? What? Oh, that's my follower notification. Whoops. No. But how I did this, right? You can probably see it just by looking at it. You can tell the kerning of the text is not correct because I manually put each letter there. But a lot of the letters are tilted more than they should be. It's just normal things. I think it's normal stuff that people do with on-screen graphics. But I tried to stick with two colors for it. I think I did succeed with sticking with two colors. Um, oh, I was gonna talk about how I did the stupid outline or the weird thing with the text. Pretty much, a lot of folders, a lot of filters that are pretty much doing nothing for the most part. You can see I have two outline layers. You got so when I made this, you have the main folder that holds everything that has the brown outline set to it. That's where the brown outline on the outside comes from. And then then there's multiple folders inside that folder, each one having the white outline option on them. The little streak in the background is its own layer that's not a folder. It's just a layer with an outline. You can probably see I also decided to shade the thing for some reason. I used a white brush for the brown part and then a black brush for the lighter parts. You can, at the bottom right end, you can tell that I kind of just messed around with it a fair bit. To the point where I ended up getting like four separate shades of that lighter, like super bright brown. That honestly looks more, I want to say more khaki or beige than brown at that point. And then there's two dots, one on the D, one on the M and O. That's also its own layer inside of a folder. It's just two dots, one layer, and there's nothing else for those. The three dots above the E are actually part of the font I used. I don't know the name of the font. I just downloaded it because it had coffee in the name and it looked fun. I just went for a fun thing for it. And yeah, that's pretty much how I came up with that. I also haven't talked about how I came up with my name, but we don't need to know that. That's like, I think all the way back to sophomore year. Which that was also years ago. Not as long ago as middle school. Still long ago. Alright. I'm almost done with my spaghetti. Me talking and going on rants has definitely slowed down my consumption of the spaghetti, but it's fun to talk. That's a weird notification. I have Snapchat. I don't use Snapchat, but I have it. And it keeps saying, oh, here's a memory from this many years ago, or this long ago. And it just gave me one that's like a memory from I don't talk to that person anymore, but it's a memory. I didn't click on it because I don't click on Snapchat stuff. I just kind of deleted it, but it's an old friend who I haven't talked to since sophomore year. I don't typically get notifications like that. Normally, it's ones from like senior year with all my unhinged friends. Which I wish I had that energy. I wish I could be unhinged like that, but I just don't have it in me. I don't like Snapchat. So I don't think I'll ever like it. It's kind of like I don't like it for the same reason I don't like TikTok. I just can't consume short form content like the rest of my generation. I wish I could. Because I also can't edit short form content. If I could consume it, I could edit it. But I can't consume it, so I can't edit it. And just my I want to develop the skill to be able to watch short form videos. Specifically the ones in a vertical format. What's his name? Dang it, there's this one YouTuber. You'll probably know him like off the top of your heads if I say it, but they make little they make short videos, which I just said I can't watch short videos, but these are different. They're little music explanation videos. They're like a minute and a half long. Sometimes they're shorter. Sometimes they're like 2 minutes. But it's explaining little things in music. And dang it, no one likes the view bots. Get them out of here. I'm glad or at least I didn't check. Because I have chat disappear after a short amount of time. I can never tell if like the VBot messages show up. Actually, real quick, I just want to see are messages showing up? Let me just put a test message in chat. Let's see. I'm just gonna say I like spaghetti. Say I like spaghetti. Let's see if it shows up. It does. Okay. I don't know how big it is or if like it's too small. It definitely says I like spaghetti. I can confirm that. Can I ban myself from my own chat? I cannot. It would have been funny if I could ban myself from my own chat. Oh, I did do a test recently. Emotes do work in the on-screen text chat. So the day that I'm able to, the day I make my own emotes, they'll work in chat, which is super cool. Yeah. Feel free to use emotes from any chat or any other streamer. Excuse me, sorry. Emotes are pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna finish my spaghetti so I can play some games. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I joined a Discord. I still need to do all the things in the Discord that I have been meaning to do. But every time I get ready to do the things, like there's a area where you can type in an introduction. I'm always bad at introductions. I got. I can't. I was never able to stand up in the front of the class to do my like introduction at the beginning of the year. Every single year of school. I still end up doing it. I have to force myself to go, or I had to force myself to build up the courage to talk in front of the class, but I always talk so quiet no one could hear me, except the front row. That's a normal thing though. I just can't speak in front of people. But every time I go to type out my introduction message, I'm like, I don't, what I put on here? What do I say? Who am I? And what do I like? I always second guess myself on everything like that. And then I also look at the length of other people's messages, and I'm like, oh, but I don't have that much to share about myself. I'm just me. And I know no one knows much of anything about me, but every time I type stuff, it's like, do people know this about me? Have I talked about this before? Have people heard me say this before? Most of the time, it's a no, but I'm always second guessing myself there. But no, I'm gonna work on that later today. I'm also not comfortable self promoting myself in places like this. I need to eventually. I assume most Discords like this have a self promo section, but I don't know how to do self promo. I can oh yeah, there's a self promo section. I have done self promo before. I mean, I do it on Twitter every day, but uh, I lost my train of thought. My brain just had a big old brain fart. Can't think of anything anymore. Darn it. Oh, I just remembered something funny. So I have a salt lamp on my desk. I don't believe in all the things that salt lamps do. I just have it because it looks nice. And I had a habit when I first got it where I would just grab a piece of salt out of there and start chewing on it like gum. And it would always leave like a taste in my mouth, like a very salty taste. I guess because it's a salt rock, or I guess a salt crystal. But it was it was bad. This thing used to be full of salt. Now it's missing like, let's say, a centimeter of salt. there's a there's a whole layer of salt missing off the top because I ate it all. I like salt, I guess. I don't know. I don't like salty things, but I definitely liked that salt. All right, I'm gonna go throw away my trash from the spaghetti and get some more tea. Then I'll be back. While I'm gone, I'm gonna turn up the music. So have fun listening to Death Odyssey from Ultra Kill. While I, take care of my business real quick. Alright. And I am back. Wait a second. I have to close my door real quick. I think that'll be good enough. There we go. Door's closed. My door doesn't shut like a normal door. Um, the house has shifted a fair bit. So the I don't know what it's called. Little thing that the door uses to close. But it's misaligned now because the house shifted a fair bit. And I had to close my door using a shirt. I had to wedge a shirt in between the door frame and the door just for it to close. It's it's pretty annoying. But shoot. My brain just got sidetracked because I saw a message from one of my friends' discords talking about an unsettling gif. Anyways, I'm gonna stop getting sidetracked. Yeah, so I have to wedge a shirt in between my door and the door frame for it to close because of the house shifting. It's very annoying, but it works to close the door. It doesn't stop any sound getting through the door. I mean, it's a metal door. It's not gonna block out a lot of sound because it's hollow. It's a hollow metal door. It's meant to separate the garage from the inside of the house. But now that I live here, or like where in the garage, it now disconnects me from the house. And the door that we're eventually gonna swap the door out to the garage and the one out here. And hopefully sound will be better. But my room is also huge compared to the other rooms in the house. That's because it's a storage room, and it used to be it used to be this used to be a two car garage, but we built a wall between here and the garage, and now we just use it for storage and my room or my desk. Anyways, now that we're in almost 50 minutes into the stream, I think it's time to play games. I don't know what I want to play right now, but I'm gonna look for something. I have $5 too, so if there's a, I'm gonna look on Steam. If there's a game that I think would work well, I'm gonna buy it and play it. Actually, I should check my wish list first before I look at anything else. Ooh, Chrono Trigger's $3. That might be something I play, though. I'm not confident in my ability to, narrate, so maybe not. Uh, ooh. Or I could say no, because this money's already on Steam. I can't save it for Xenoblade. Unfortunate. Let's see. I wish Balatro was on sale for even more than it is, because I would 100% play that and waste the day playing it.